Welcome to Red 5 Standing By. Solo, a Star Wars story, comes out in a couple of days, and I will be doing a series of videos like I've done with all the other new Star Wars films. So if you're not subscribed yet, be sure to do so to stay up to date on the rest of the videos that will be going up after this one. I've said it several times on this channel, and I'll say it again. I never thought we really needed a Han Solo standalone. Minus the rumored Obi-Wan film, I'll be more excited to see movies that take place post Return of the Jedi. I think there are more stories to tell that can answer questions that fans have after seeing The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi. However, I found myself getting more excited to see this movie the closer we get to the release date. Unlike previous films though, I'm not asking a whole lot out of this one. It doesn't necessarily have to enrich the lore or give it more depth. I don't need to have some grand revolution that changes my perspective on the rest of the Star Wars universe. I just want it to be a fun adventure movie that just happens to feature a very well-known and beloved character. To that same point, I don't need the story to be a grand tale that affects the entire galaxy. I would rather see a smaller, more focused plot about a younger Han Solo trying to make a name for himself, which is one of the issues I had with the book Star Wars Last Shot. The villain had grand plans to seize control of the galaxy. I think the rule the galaxy type of bad guy can get a little old and is something that should be reserved for a select few. Not every single story that takes place in the Star Wars universe has to deal with the Galactic Civil War or the battle between the Jedi and the Sith. Out of all the movies released and rumored, I would fully expect to see zero Force users in this one. It wouldn't make sense for Han to interact with a Force user when he doesn't believe in the Force by the time we meet him in A New Hope. With this movie taking place 10 years before the original trilogy, I would like to see a more optimistic Han. I don't want to see the brash Han Solo we're used to. That would show no development and add nothing to the character. I want to learn what causes him to be so self-centered and not get involved in anything unless he benefits somehow. My guess is someone betrays him or someone close to him dies. If so, I hope the circumstances aren't too cliche. In the same vein, it doesn't bother me that Alden Ehrenreich doesn't look and sound like a young Harrison Ford. It wouldn't do the movie any good if Ehrenreich tries to do his best Ford impersonation. As long as he captures the core of the character and emulates the aspects of what makes Han, I'll be satisfied. There are some people that have expressed their distaste for the new look of the Millennium Falcon. I've actually grown to like its sleeker look. I'm looking forward to seeing how well maintained the ship is when it's under the care of Lando. A while back, the Star Wars YouTube channel ran a featurette with Donald Glover giving a tour of Lando's Falcon. I thought this was a great way to illustrate how much the ship changes when Han is the owner, and I hope they elaborate more on this in the movie. Based on what we saw in the trailer, we can assume that we're going to see the Sabacc game in which Lando loses the Falcon to Han. I'm wondering if certain details about the game from Legends will officially become canon. For instance, the gold dice that were featured in The Last Jedi. What significance will they play, if any, in the Sabacc game? Also, we know that Lando puts the Falcon on the line, but I'm wondering what the stakes are for Han. It could simply be a large sum of money, but that would be very captivating. I would like to see Han put something meaningful on the table to ramp up the drama a bit. I think one of the things the canon outside of the saga films has been doing very well is cleaning up some of the discrepancies that have popped up over the years, most notably being the thermal exhaust port weakness on the first Death Star. It's been kind of a running joke amongst casual fans on how simple it was to destroy the Death Star. Then Rogue One comes along and reveals that the flaw was secretly built into the station by Galen Erso. I would bet money on Solo doing the same thing by clarifying the use of parsecs as a unit of distance instead of time for the Kessel Run. For many people, the Falcon doing the Kessel Run in less than 12 parsecs was seen as an inconsistency, but in Legends, Han was referring to the shorter route he was able to travel by flying near a black hole cluster, making the run in under the standard 18 parsecs. I really want the Kessel Run to be something few pilots dare to try, making Han's 12 parsec route something only he pulled off, unlike flying through an asteroid field like he did in The Empire Strikes Back. But what I want to see most in Solo, a Star Wars story, is the callous behind the life debt Chewie has with Han. This movie has to highlight Chewbacca as much as it does Han Solo. These two characters have been so synonymous with each other that I really want this film to be more of an origin story of their relationship. We get a little bit of the backstory from the second book in the Aftermath trilogy, Life Debt. In it, Han says Chewie believes he saved his life, when Han believes it was Chewie that saved him, rescuing him from a very low point in his life. This makes their relationship more meaningful than being simply captain and co-pilot. So those are the expectations I have for Solo, a Star Wars story, but go ahead and let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What are you hoping to see and not see in the film? If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like and share it. Again, this is the first of a 4-video series, so be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on the rest. Thanks as always for watching, and may the Force be with you.